So if you guys have browsed the channel, you know that I basically reviewed the majority of the electric SUVs out there. And I have to say, look, I was getting a little bit bored of them. But in this video, I have the 2023 Kia EV6 GT. Just when I thought I was getting bored, this vehicle arrived to really spruce up my enjoyment and driving character feel. Hey guys, welcome to Chris Mack. For today's video, I have the 2023 Kia EV6 GT, priced at $63,000. I'm going to show you around this vehicle, show you the basic features, and take it on a drive. Let's go ahead and get into this video, shall we? Let's do a remote start this time. Look at that, guys, it's moving. Smart pack. All right, let me go catch this Kia EV6. Let's get into this video, shall we? Looking on the outside of the 2023 Kia EV6 GT, this is your key fob right here. You have lock, unlock, as well as a trunk release and a panic button. You do also have the remote start function right there, as well as remote parking functions. So if you do hold down the key fob, you gotta be a little bit closer to the vehicle. It will basically park itself and find a spot. We will try that out a little bit later on the road. But this is dressed in a runway red exterior color. As equipped, this vehicle is just over $63,000. Up front, you do have full LED lighting. The GT line design does come standard with this trim as well. So the GT line and the GT look very similar from the outside. You have full LED lighting right there with the blacked out sporty diffuser right down below, and the active grille shutter right there to help the aerodynamics of the vehicle. The lighting is full LED. You can see the turn signals are up top. You do have full LED low and high beams, as well as the daytime running lights, which are above and below the headlights. This does also have the new evolution of the Kia emblem right here with a 360 camera up front. The wheels are 21-inch wheels. I do love the black and silver finish, wrapped in 255 with summer tires. We'll definitely check out the performance on the road. Do also love the kind of black line that runs across the whole width of the vehicle. In the wheelbase area, that is a nice touch. And the flush door handles with the keyless entry for the front door handles. The mirrors are power folding. I do like the blacked out design, so the whole pillar right here is just blacked out from the A-pillar back. Really gives a sweeping kind of different design. It's like a floating roof design. But up top, you do have a moonroof. This is your window sticker right here, $60,225. Runaway red. I have to say, I really do like the rear end design of the EV6 GT. Get a view for you guys right there. Boom, it looks tight though, looking at this from this back end design. Of course, you have full LED lighting. The whole light bar that goes across the whole length of the vehicle. The LED turn signals right there on that side. And reverse lights are down below right there. And there's some more sporty diffusers you guys can see down below. Kia badging right there, as well as EV6. And it does have the GT badging. If you do get a GT line, it will have GT line on that. Let me go ahead and show you guys the powertrain specs of the EV6 GT. Now, opening and charging port, you're probably wondering, what are the specs of the EV6 GT? I'll be happy to explain. So it has a 77.4 kilowatt hour battery through a dual mode setup, producing 576 horsepower, 545 pound-foot of torque. It gets 206 miles of range. It can charge on a 240 volt charger in 7 hours, or if you use a DC fast charge at 350 kilowatts, it will charge from 10 to 80% in 18 minutes. Vehicle weight is about 4,700 pounds as this one is equipped. Show you guys the trunk space. It is of course powered. The release is hidden right there by the license plate. But opening the back seats as well as the trunk area, you will find 24 cubic feet of space. The seats do fold down in a 60-40 fashion. The fold downs are right here on either side. You have LED illumination with a 12 volt charger right there. You have a little bit more storage down below. And carpeted floor mats with a tire mobility kit right there. So basically it's like a fixed flat kit. And it's probably like a first aid kit or something. But it is powered. Just like with the Hyundai products, you stand behind it for 3 seconds and it'll open up automatically. Let me show you guys the interior of the EV6 GT. Hopping into the back seats, I have the seat adjusted for my frame at 5'6", and I literally have about 6-7 inches of legroom with about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of headroom, which is pretty good. Here's a quick look to the front cabin. You do have 2 USB-C ports back here. I am loving the bucket seats, so I will show you guys once we hit the cockpit. And the materials, it has like the suede design right here. A couple more amenities, you do have 2-stage heated rear seats. The Meridian sound system looks oh so nice. Let me show you guys the cockpit of the EV6 where all of the action happens. Hitting the driver's seat of the EV6, over here you can see the suede materials are lovely up front. I do like that. Really does make the interior pop a little bit more. Power folding mirrors as well as window functions on this side right there. And a lovely Meridian sound system. Now the seats are manual, as this does have the bucket seats just like in the Elantra N or the Veloster N. Let me talk over this truck. But I do wish the GT logo did illuminate right there. That is probably one small gripe I do have. But over here on this side, you do have your charging port as well as cluster illumination, trunk release, traction control, and a automatic parking brake. The steering wheel is manual tilt and telescoping. Ground clearance is 6.1 inches and it's honestly not too bad stepping into the vehicle. Down below is how you get to your front area up there, but I hear it's mostly just like a battery and stuff, but I will try that at a later date. Looking at the steering wheel, it is a 2-spoke design, and you do have dual 12.3-inch displays. You have your light stock on that side with your wiper stock on this side. If you put on the turn signal, you can see the camera mirror comes up. We'll definitely see a little bit more of that on the road. Over here on this side, you do have your driver assistance technology with your telematic displays on this side of the steering wheel, and your drive mode functions are right here in your line of sight. So you have Eco, Normal, Sport, a GT mode, and then My Drive mode, which is basically customizable. You can tailor everything to your personal liking. The paddle shifters on the back are for your regen function. You can adjust that. We will definitely try that out on the road as well. Adaptive cruise control settings right here. And if you toggle through the page button, you can toggle through your various different information, which you can put right there in front of you. Lane keep assist, information, attention alert, and so on. Looking at the infotainment, this does have the 12-inch display, so we will start out with a Apple CarPlay test. As we have that connected, it does have a 14-speaker Meridian sound system, so let's see how good it is.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball,
yeah, that's what I was looking for. Big picture. So the Meridian sound system is very clear and crisp. Oh, let's pause that. So I actually do like the base of this 14-speaker Meridian sound system. It is very clear and crisp, has a lot of quality and sound. Looking at the infotainment a little bit more, you have your EV settings right there, so it'll show you your range, as well as if you turn off like your HVAC, it'll show you like the maximum range you can achieve. Map settings right there, you do have navigation, so we'll try a navigation test. Love the tactile sound that it gives you and feedback when you do type into the infotainment. You see right there, navigation loaded up with no problem at all. Very easy to use. Going back to your home screen, you do have your phone functions, your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. It is connected through a USB-A port down below, which I will show you guys in a second. Voice memo functions, climate right there. You can also pull that up in the infotainment as well. A valet mode, a quiet mode, so if you have your kids sleeping in the back, you can have the music up front and it won't disturb them. And your HD radio data right there for your traffic as well as weather. It is missing fuel pricing, but you do have your radio functions right there. AM, FM, Sirius XM radio. You can change the sound between custom, authentic, and surround. I'll probably leave it in surround as that has the best audio functions, but going back out of that. Vehicle settings right here. Under vehicle settings, you can find your different driver assistance technology with your smart cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, and so on. Drive mode functions right there. So basically in My Drive mode, you can customize everything. So basically you have the motor in Sport Plus, and you can change the steering So basically I can have like normal steering with like Sport Plus, everything. And then like suspension, the ELSD or limb slip differential, as well as your traction right there. Definitely do like the level of customization this vehicle does give you. Brake feel right there, just like any Genesis models, you can customize the brake feel between normal and sport, as well as automatic climate controls. Active sound design is probably one of my favorites. Let's go ahead and turn that on. It's dynamic. This is stupid. As a whole rev limiter. Like if I love that. And then you got stylish, typical electric sound, and then cyber. Then you can also customize the sound right there under settings. So you can change the volume sound as well as the response when you do hit it. So if we're in dynamic. Let's turn left. Ooh, it's so stupid. But I like it. Up top you can see you do have a head-up display, so let me show you guys that real quick. So you do have your augmented reality navigation, which does come up in your head-up display, as well as your speed and lane assist information and speed limit in your area. You can configure the display right here. Here we go, max brightness. You can adjust the view for the augmented reality and all various different information right there. Cluster themes right there, as well as service interval. You can turn on the welcome sound, climate control, lighting. This does have ambient lighting, so let me show you guys that real quick. I don't know if it's a little bit too sunny, but let's try it out. So right now it's blue. Here, let's see if we can go this way. So you see like the little blue accent right there. Let's go like purple and golden. You can just like barely see it though. It also does come up right here in front of you. So if you look at the little illumination strips in your dashboard, and you can set a custom color and various between all these different colors right there. So you can see the blue. Let's try purple. Peaceful forest. You can also link it to your drive mode, so if you're in GT mode, it'll have like the same green accents, just like with the stitching and everything around the vehicle. Door settings right there. This does have the smart lift gate. Stand behind it 3 seconds, like I stayed on the outside, and it'll automatically open for you. And convenience settings right there, wireless charging pad and the rear occupant alert. Going back into the settings, you do have other EV functions right there for charging, so you can limit the charging as well as the regenerative braking. Navigation settings, sound settings, device connections, and so on. Definitely is very in-depth. You can also change the screen layout, so you can have the white display. There we go. You have the whole white display right here. This looks so cool, futuristic, and clean. We'll go ahead and leave it on white for the time being. But that's basically most of the features in the infotainment. And you do have Kia Connect for your device functions and so on, and media functions. User manual is built into the infotainment, and you do have notifications right there letting you know if you have any important messages from the vehicle or alerts and so on. And this is basically your home page. It'll show you your range, your miles, and the time, and so on. Down here you do have your dual zone climate control, and you're probably wondering where it is. So right here you can control that. So that's 2 zones right there, and you can sync it. And then this also does double, which I really do like. It doubles as a shortcut button for your infotainment. So if you hit the shortcut button, it'll pull up all your different functions right here for map navigation, a preset favorite button right there, track forward to back, radio, media, and setup functions. And then if you hit this button again, it'll change back to your climate controls. And while you have it in this mode, you have your volume as well as tuning knob right there. And then when you hit it, it changes your climate controls, which is so cool, very innovative. But down here you do have 3-stage heated front seats with a single-stage heated steering wheel. Over here you do have a USB-A port. That is how you connect to the infotainment for your Apple CarPlay, and a USB-C port just for charging. Some more storage down below with another USB-C port and a 12-volt charger right there. I'm going to show you guys the wireless charging pad right here. You see right there, starts up no problem at all. Device is charging. This is basically how you turn on a vehicle by using the start button right there. kind of like a jet. It's like a fighter jet, just ready to go. And then you got the sound. Prepare for takeoff. But right here's your gear shifter. Put it into reverse. You have a 360 camera. You can adjust around the vehicle. You'll turn the steering wheel. When you do turn the wheels, that's pretty cool. And when you roll back, the wheels will roll as well. You can adjust the angle and various different angles right there and other settings. Neutral drive, and then you basically push for park. If you notice too, you have a little bit of ambient lighting color right there on the gear shift, which is so cool. This is also how you have a shortcut button right here for your 360 camera. And if you hold it down, it'll open up the automatic parking function as well. A auto hold as well as parking sensors, both front and rear. You have two couples over here on this side. I'll show you guys the wireless charging pad and a little spot right there for storage. Looking in the center console is pretty nice. You just lined, of course. That's a pretty good room. Up top is how you open up the moonroof. Does let in pretty good light. Even though I do wish it was a panel roof, but I'll definitely take this. And you do have a power shade, but we'll leave that open. LED illumination up top, as well as key connect, as well as a SOS button right there. I do like the interior overall. The green accents really does make it pop on the inside and out, and it is one consistent color. But let's go and take the EV6 for a drive and see how she does. All right, we're behind the wheel of the Kia EV6 GT. We're starting on eco mode, which is basically for maximum range in miles. You guys can already hear the sound. But speaking of visibility out the front, rear, and sides, I can see very good out the front as well as out the side mirrors as well, and out the rear. I also do have this lovely head-up display right here in front of me with the various different lane keep information and speed limit assist information right there. When you put on your navigation, it will pull up your menu right there in front of you in your line of sight with augmented reality, improving your visibility and view, keeping your eyes focused on the road. Now you do have various different sound functions in the infotainment display, which I will show you guys once we get going, but we'll go ahead and leave the screen up. So basically go into active sound design and you can customize the sound function between the largest as well as smallest and the moderate sound, which is somewhere right in the middle, but I'll show you guys that in a second. I do like the neon green accents around the vehicle, both inside and out. Really does make the vehicle pop and has a little bit more style to it. This is actually my second time driving the EV6 GT. Now originally when I did the video, I believe it was just over a week ago, it was raining, so you really couldn't enjoy the full performance and feel of that. But now that we are back out on a sunny day, you can see right there in the head-up display is giving me the arrows letting you know that the light is green and it's good to move forward. And I have to say though, so this does have 21-inch wheels, and right now rider quality, the pavement is like very bad right now. It's very choppy and there's a lot of construction going on, but I have to say the EV6, just driving the first few feet, is very smooth, and the way it just damps up the imperfections in the road is just phenomenal. You can see right here, you do have the camera mirror. You do put on the turn signal. I do love that feature. It's just a nice touch. I'm going to go ahead and go up into normal mode. So you do have region functions right there with the region braking. So if you use the paddle shifters on the back, you can go to max region with several different modes. So you got level 0, 1, 2, 3, and then you have I-pedal max, which is if you definitely let off all the way, it'll slow the vehicle down without any brake intervention. I don't know what's going on today with the cops. But so basically the region will help charge up the battery while decelerating, and it is a very nice function. I do like that. And I do like that you have a whole bunch of modes so you can customize the region function. So it's not like just aggressive and then non-aggressive. It's like variable and you can change all that. So we're going to the largest sounds, the active sound design, and go cyber. So now if you guys can hear the cyber sound, I'll go ahead and toggle through it. So you got stylish. So you hear the stylish design, and then if you go into dynamic, and then you do also have a cyber function as well. I would say I do like the dynamic sound. Sounds the best. Sounds like the sportiest. Stylish is nice too as well. But this is the feature right here, and I do like it though. You can also customize the sounds as well. We're gonna go ahead and switch it into its GT mode. Now that we found a low road, we will definitely try out the performance and acceleration, but we got nobody behind us. Let's try a quick acceleration. Now Kia claims 3.5 seconds to 60 miles an hour, so we will try that out. We're in GT mode. Let's pull over real quick. So Kia says 3.5 seconds to 60 miles an hour. Let's try it out. Let's go dynamic with the sound. Yeah, this thing is quick. You know what? Let's try that one more time. 3.5 seconds to 60. It's like a roller coaster the way this thing just feels. Oh. My goodness. Now, Kia says that this does have a all drive system that sends 20% of the power to the front and 80% to the rear wheels. Yeah. Wow. This thing's just so fun, it really is. And the back end comes around so beautiful, it just rotates. This is what's really missing with a lot of performance EVs, not including the Porsche Taycan, which I did do a review on. I didn't want to go full ham in that because that was a $120,000 vehicle, but the rotation of this vehicle, the performance, and the feel, I just like this. It's so much better. This does have summer tires, and the handling is just really planted. And like I said, the suspension is adaptive, so even if you go over the bumps, it is well damped and very smooth. And in your custom drive mode, basically this is how you can have everything tailored to your settings. So you have like the motor, the sport, everything. And I just do like this, the level of configurability and everything that you do have with this vehicle. Since we're still in GT mode, let me talk a little bit more about the steering. It is very responsive, darty, quick. And I mean, I really just like the performance aspect of this vehicle. The suspension is well damped, going around the bumps, the corners and everything. Just feels like a sports sedan. But then when you drive and chill, if I throw it into eco mode for a second, you'll see the vehicle is very smooth, quiet and calm. And if you want to turn down the sound, you can of course turn that down as well in the infotainment. Go into vehicle settings. And it's having like the smallest sound, so it'll be a little bit better, but it's a noticeable difference. That was the same level of throttle inputs between Eco and GT mode, and you can just feel like the car just jumps and is just ready to go. And then the regen helps charge the battery back. Let's put it into a corner. Handling is phenomenal. Oh look, we got a red light. Perfect. But let me talk a little bit more about the technology as we set the lights. So a couple things I also do like with the EV6 is when you go into your vehicle settings under lighting functions, you do have the ambient lighting right there. You can link it to your drive mode, so you can have like the same color. So if you're in GT mode, you can have the same neon green accents right there. Just a nice touch, just the little details. Yeah, buddy. This thing is just crazy. 576 horsepower. Some little bit more handling. Love that camera mirror. Woo! Yeah, this thing's just so quick. But as we go ahead and get onto the main road, let's go back into its normal setting or eco, and I'll try out the adaptive cruise control settings right there. So you do have your lane keep assist information right here, so you hit that. You see right there the vehicle works just fine with the adaptive cruise control. Steering assist does keep you in your lane, so let's veer over, you see it pulls you back. It's very intuitive and easy to use. But I just want to have fun in GT mode. That's really where it's at. And the level of acceleration for being 4,700 pounds is just ridiculous. Acceleration, the handling, the feeling, and just everything overall. I think moderate is definitely a better middle ground when you're talking more about the sound inside of the cabin that the car does emit. And honestly, I'm actually liking all of the sounds that it does offer. It's pretty nice. On the technology aspect, this does have a dual 12.3-inch displays. It is very intuitive, easy to use. It has good graphics. I do like the navigation. It's very simple, easy to use, and so on. But yeah, so I'm very impressed with this EV6 GT. I also love the suede material right here on the side door panels, as well as right here where your arm will be resting. They could have put leather, but they did something a little bit more different, a little bit more sporty. It has like this kind of soft touch Alcantara suede material look, which is cool. And the bucket seats, same as my Veloster N, has the same bucket seats, and I do like the seat comfort of those. You have heated steering wheel, heated seats. My goodness. And I have to say though, the brake feel is just as responsive as the acceleration. But once we get to light, I'll show you guys how you can change and toggle the brake function as well inside of the infotainment. But basically you can toggle between normal and a sport brake feel. Really give you that little bit more edge in the driving dynamics department. it in park for a second. Let's see if I can find it. So under settings, drive modes, my drive mode, everything's customizable. But yeah, it's somewhere around here. But I know in GT mode, you can customize it, and I'm sure that in GT mode, the brake feel is definitely in the sport setting. And the calipers are neon colored. And like I said earlier in the video, I do like the neon color accent theme around the vehicle. Very cool, very different, and unique. So right now, as we get a little bit closer to the dealership, we will go ahead and talk about what I think about the EV6 GT. I have to say though, first off, the performance and the feel is just high quality, top notch. And just has a lot of steering feel and response. You guys see the back end just comes around. It's so fun. Really is such a fun vehicle. But overall, I have to say though, the acceleration, the feel, everything is just phenomenal. Love the camera mirror right there. The driver assistance technology is very user friendly, easy to use. And I just really enjoy this car. It's just nice. But that's going to wrap up my video. No, one other thing I do want to point out too. So as equipped, this vehicle is $63,000 as this one is equipped. I mean, with 576 horsepower, that is just out of this world. And just the technology, the ambient lighting, the feel, and everything that you do get with this vehicle is just top notch, bueno. I highly recommend, like I tell you, I highly recommend checking this out, checking out all the features, taking it on a drive, feeling GT mode. GT mode is an experience, just the way this car drives. It's a night and day difference. But that is going to wrap up this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.